everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Sophie, and this channel is chronicling my journey of living my best life with multiple chronic health conditions. I just want to give a life update as to what's been going on these past couple weeks, because I've actually been super busy, which is both nice and exhausting. The first weekend in May, I actually had multiple things that I did. In one day, I went to one local spring festival to help a friend sort of set up, though by the time I got there, everything was set up anyway. So I just walked around until I needed to leave, and I needed to leave because I was taking another friend 2 hours away to a farm that has exotic animals. My friend really loves capybaras, had never seen one or pet one, and this farm allows you to interact with the animals. So we drove 2 hours there, basically so she could pet a capybara, which was achieved. She did pet a capybara. She was very happy about that. We were able to feed some of the larger animals, like the camels, and one of the camels bit me, or gummed me, I don't know what it did, but I had my hand flat, and instead of taking the carrot, which is what we were feeding them, it kind of came in sideways, and then when it moved its mouth, it took my pinky with it, and sort of, not gnawed, but like it was in its mouth, and I had to like pull to get my pinky out, so that was fun. And then the next day, my pinky was like red down on the bottom here, but I mean, it's fine. I actually will be going back to that farm. Actually, the day this goes up, this is going to go up on the 23rd. I'm recording it on the 14th, but on the 23rd, I will be going back to the farm because the initial friend I was supposed to help set up for the spring festival wants to go to see a Highland cow. She's never seen a Highland cow. So I'm going back on the 23rd, another 2-hour drive, but it's fine. It's a lot of fun. I don't mind. It's only $25. It's an hour-long tour of sort of their farm, and you can pet all the animals, and I don't know, it's a good time. Then, same day, so we had the spring festival in the morning, 2-hour drive, farm animals, bit by a camel, 2-hour drive home. I get home, and then I walk to the local spring festival, and I walk around there for a couple hours. I do get some food. I get some meat and then ribbon fries, which is basically a spiralized deep fried potato with cheese on it. That's how I got mine, and it was really good. I no longer need to go to the state fair to get ribbon fries because I've had them for the year. We're good now. I actually might try making my own ribbon fries, but we're not quite that far yet. What else did I do on that day? There was one of the vendors who was selling cheese, homemade cheese, so it doesn't have a lot of the extra additives that store-bought cheese has, and they were really good. They were soft cheeses, so good for making dips and such with. I didn't buy any that day because that's a credit card purchase, and I normally just carry cash to these events, so I don't overspend. So I told him I would be back the next day to buy cheese. So that was a Saturday, and then a Sunday, the next day, I went to the gym, worked out, came home, showered, put laundry away from the dryer, and then, yes, I went back to the local spring festival, walked, because I didn't get to see all of it, so I did see the rest of it. They actually had a Highland cow, so I texted my friend number 1 who wanted to see the Highland cow. I'm like, hey, there's a Highland cow here. Unfortunately, she can't drive at the moment. She is the same friend that cooks and cleans for me and recently had surgery, so no driving for her. So she was unable to come to see the local Highland cow, but we're still going on the 23rd, so all is good. Then I actually brought like my insulated lunchbox with me because the cheese from the day before, he has all of the cheese frozen, and I knew the lunchbox would keep them frozen while I meandered around the festival for the rest of the time that I meandered around. So by the time I got home, needless to say, I was quite exhausted. and the exhaustion continued. So what happened was, I think I laid down for like a nap around 6 p.m. on Sunday. I woke up around 8 and I was not awake, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna go to bed. And that's what I did. I was in bed a total amount of time. I was in bed for over 12 hours, sleeping on and off. You know, you gotta wake up to pee, get something to drink, all that good stuff. But yeah. And then the first 3 days of the week were really rough, super fatigued, taking extra naps. I actually had to cancel my physical therapy appointment on Wednesday because I was super congested. I probably had like a sinus thing going on and just super fatigued and kind of like out of it. So I canceled that, and then the following Saturday I drove, let's see, how far was that? Maybe like an hour and a half to a festival that was in New Jersey. And we weren't there for the whole festival. It was kind of the plan to be there for the whole festival, but that didn't happen. This was friend number 2, the same person with the capybara petting the prior weekend. So we went to the music festival in New Jersey. The goal was to get there around 1, which is when the band started. We got there around 3, which is fine. We ended up eating beforehand because neither one of us wanted to spend money on concert food. Both of us for financial reasons, and me also because I'm doing keto, or because I was in ketosis, so I might as well stick to it. So we ate before we left. We went to Five Guys. I got a lettuce wrap. It was very good. Then we had another stop to make on the way up, and I think I had to stop to get gas also. So we got there around 3. It was fine. We were really only interested in the opener for the headliner, which was Alice Cooper. That's who we really came to see. We did see Everclear, which I enjoyed because I remember some of their songs from, back in the day. And then the Hooters, which neither one of us had ever heard of. Then Alice Cooper came on, and as always, he is amazing. I'm so glad he did like his whole theatrical show. I've seen him do like a different type of music festival, and it wasn't as theatrical, and I really wanted friend number 2 to experience the theatrics of his performance, which I'm glad he did. And then Godsmack was the closer, and neither one of us were that impressed. Nothing about Godsmack. They were technically good, like there was nothing wrong with the playing. There was just a lot of talking, and they spent a lot of times on the drums, not singing, and sort of doing covers of other songs, and then just drumming through their songs. I don't know, it wasn't what we came for. We ended up leaving around 11, which is when it was supposed to leave, but Godsmack was still going. They were actually doing a cover at the time. And they did eventually play I Stand Alone, which is probably one of the only songs of theirs I know. Don't get me wrong, I like their music, but again, I just wasn't the performance we came for. It was late, we were tired and hungry by this point. So we came back, we stopped at Subway on the way back. I got a protein bowl, she got a sub. It was a good time. This week, thankfully, has just been a normal week. I don't have anything planned this weekend. I have no exhausting full-day trip again. Not even a full-day trip. It's more like a half-day trip until the 23rd, which I am so happy about. I can sort of recover. So the 23rd is the zoo, for lack of a better word, the farm with the Highland cows is the priority this time, but we'll still do the walkthrough of the whole zoo. And then I have another concert coming up. I believe it's June 6th. I don't really know. And I think we're going to the aquarium that day also, since the concert is next to the aquarium and we can get free aquarium tickets. We're just going to sort of make like a half day out of it. But yeah, it's been super busy lately. It does take me a few days to recover from all the exertion, but it's just been really fun to get out and do things and sort of live life versus always be here in my condo and just sort of hanging out with people. Definitely will probably not do 2 back-to-back like that again because it was way too much. The first weekend was definitely the problem with multiple activities, especially on Sunday. The gym, the shower, the putting laundry away, and the festival. That was just way, way, way too much. But yeah, I mean, life in that respect has been really good lately. It's my first time I've ever had actual friends to do things with in my entire life, and I'm almost 40. So yeah, it's been a new experience. I've been enjoying it. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for this one. I know it's longer, and sorry, not sorry. There's just been a lot going on, and I wanted to share what I've been up to and why videos were sporadic for a couple weeks. I was exhausted, that is why. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day whenever it is you're seeing this, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.